Why, hello there. Welcome to PlayFrame. My name is Victor Quibbles. Tonight we have prepared for you a rousing tale of the warrior of snacks and light, though perhaps of a different sort than you are used to. This tale is one of intrigue and inquiry, of lineage and legacy, of rebirth and rivalry, of violence and vegetables, of Manderville men doing what only a Manderville can. So sit back, relax, pour yourself a nice cup of hot chocolate, and please enjoy the adventures of Durmin Dorami, myself, and one Hildibrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville, Agent of Inquiry, Gentlemanly Inspector Extraordinaire.
Why, hello everyone, and welcome to this very fun little thing we're doing. I'm joined today by the wonderful JoCat, aka Victor Quibbles, who's going to join me for a very fun little comedy misadventure. Joe, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm in my brooding phase. I have to get my brooding face down.
Ooh, yes, very good.
For all the serious, dark, gritty story that we're about to partake in.
Yes, everyone, this is an extremely serious story, so please take it seriously. No laughing. Mm-hmm. All right, what we are doing, just to explain for the people who don't already know, this is an entirely optional but very fun, goofy side quest chain that they have been updating for about as long as the game has been around. And it's just some fun goofs, and we're going to have some fun goofs. And I've not even seen most of it, honestly, so I'm new to this as well. And also, our very good look we've got going on right now, entirely thanks to JoCat. So thank you, JoCat, for that as well.
Yes, happily.
We are ready for a mystery. And it begins here with our good friend Wymond, and Ulda, like every disaster does. An old acquaintance of Wymond is at wit's end, and the businessman would have you help her.
I can take this one.
Go for it.
I hear you've been busy as a bee, Durmin. Seems half the whispers what come my way relate to your comings and goings. Being the active type that you are, I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? But before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildibrand?
I have heard that name around before.
Oi, you don't mean to say you knew the bugger? I know he thought himself famous, but thinking it don't make it true. Shame that he had to go and get himself killed. All that nonsense about stopping Dalamud himself. What in the seven hells was he thinking? Least it was mercifully quick. Still, judging from the depth of the crater, he must have fallen from an unfathomable height.
Crater?
Gods only know what was going through his mind as he watched the ground rush up to meet him. Ugh. Amazing how well the body was preserved, though. Hells, it's amazing there was a body left to bury after all. Sorry.
That's okay.
I had reason for bringing this up. Right, so, Nashu, Hildibrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, a bit daft, but sweet nonetheless, so when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of the living. Zombies are most definitely not my forte.
I beg your pardon.
So if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lent her a hand. As for where to find her, she's like to visit Hildibrand's grave in the Lich Yard when she's frustrated. Try looking for her there first.
I will.
I can tell what was going through his mind. The pavement.
So, are you familiar, Joe, because I am not really, with the Hildibrand adventures and events which occurred in the 1.0 release leading up to A Realm Reborn?
A passing knowledge, yes.
That's more than I have.
Something about hunting down a very valuable weapon of some kind and then blasting off towards the Red Moon Dalamud by the end of it, kind of Team Rocket style.
Gotcha. And it didn't work out, so now there's a crater and a grave, which is where we're going to find Nashu. So let's go find Nashu.
Wait, I know. Since we are to be investigators, we shall travel in style. Hop in.
Ooh. Let's see. Seat number 2. Here we go. Oh, that's so cute.
Me and the boys on our way to investigate a murder.
Incredible. I've mentioned before, I think, that you can, ride as a passenger on various mounts. And This particular mount allows you to have 3 passengers in any one of the given seats, and disposing on Durmin is precious. We're on an adventure.
Indeed. And there she be.
There she be. Nashu. Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You'd know how to stop these zombies. You can already see the tone we're getting into here.
What? Zombies is a regular storytelling trope.
Ah, you there. Could it be... You've come to offer your services to me? I am dressed for the part. Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. At least, that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildibrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the Inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then he came back down, and he... Oh, one moment. This is all a joke. A big, funny joke. Right, Inspector? Any moment now, you'll burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! Had you fooled, eh?" And we'll laugh and laugh. Hildibrand Manderville, beloved son. They say no one remembers the warriors of light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, gentleman hero, Hildibrand. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try.
Right in front of the gravestone.
Dress for the job you want, immediately. I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is or how to find him. But now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in southern Thanolin, you might find them. And then you could welcome become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work.
Dapper zombies.
Dapper zombies, whom we shall befriend strategically.
To southern Thanolin, then.
This is gonna work. So this is I don't know if any of these have popped up in the main story quest line. I don't think they do. A quest which you do by joining one of the fates out in the world that I'm always ignoring.
Yes. There are very few of them because of the fact that they are chance-based, and I presume they didn't want people sitting around waiting for it to happen, as will be the case with us right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I have done other quest lines that do involve waiting for fates, and it can be very annoying when those fates don't pop very frequently and you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs, waiting for a fate to happen so you can participate.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be here soon, though.
Now, considering we're going to fight some dapper zombies, what would you say is the most dapper of the jobs?
The most dapper job.
I do have all of them unlocked.
I'm going in here with fisticuffs, but
Fists.
that's not like the most, like, and that can be made dapper. You can make fisticuffs look dapper.
Oh, yeah.
Jobs-wise, though, dapperest job. I feel like machinist has some, like, you can go dapper with a machinist. You could go dapper with a bard. I'm curious, since you have more experience with more of them.
I am one who believes the red mage is the most dapper, purely because of the fancy outfits, red being the most dapper color, in my opinion, and also the fact that they have a cool rapier, the most dapper of weapons.
Yeah, and just very phenomenal. See, look at this. Dapper.
Dapper.
And just phenomenal pose. Draw the weapon real fast. Let's see the, like, just incredible posing.
Look at that. Look at that pop collar. They know they're the coolest guy in the room.
Yeah, nope, you've made the right choice here. This is the most dapper job. I love it. Hey, zombies.
And now we wait.
Chicka, 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 chicka.
Wait, I know. Perhaps they'll be drawn to my bulging muscles.
Oh, there you go. Entice them. It works for the rest of us.
Oh, thank you. How about you, Durmin? Show us your muscles. Let's see. You've done a bunch of lifting. You've defeated gods.
Yeah, you'd think I'd have more muscles to show for it, Rook. Like, I'm like waiting for the six-pack to come in any day now.
Well, the clothing can be very deceptive. You know, you've got a very baggy sweater on.
That's true. The sweater hides 3 feet, and
I mean, admittedly, I'd be pretty terrified if I saw like a 3-foot tall man just full of muscle, built like a brick house. I'd be running for the hills, honestly.
That's true. Low center of gravity, powerful muscles. That person could throw you literally anywhere they wanted.
Yeah, it's more focused.
Right? Compact. You can see why they don't attach quests to fates very often.
Yeah, you can very clearly see they experimented with something and the experiment went wrong, and they're like, no, we're not going to do that again. Some fun facts while we wait. Back in A Realm Reborn, base 2.0, fates were one of the ways in order to get what's called a relic weapon, which is probably some of the highest item level weapons in the game. And you had to do a relic grind, essentially just doing fate after fate after fate for a chance drop of a material that you needed like 50 of them for. And it was something like a 1% drop or something like that.
Yikes.
So you can imagine how many fates you had to do.
Yeah, that's a familiar MMO grind that I appreciate that 14 will include it in there for the people who are really, like, you can get into endgame and to get into some grindy stuff working for things, but not to a wild extreme, and not until you're really late, like, not until you've done most everything else, really.
For sure. They've done away with a lot of the chance-based stuff, and just kind of given you other means of obtaining the thing if your luck is bad, like pity tokens.
Yeah, I really do appreciate that. I will go ahead and say also while we're waiting, this series, this little side adventure here, was your idea, and because you've got a lot of fondness for this quest chain.
Yes, I do, and I made the question, not quite the suggestion, because I know the Hildibrand quests, they're a mixed bag for some people. Humor is subjective, and it's not everyone's cup of tea, the kind of humor that they go about in these quest lines, and understandably so, but I personally like them, and they're one of the things that finally pushed me over the edge to kind of be full in on this game, so I have a personal fondness of them because of that fact.
Aw, I like that. I'm excited to experience them. Just as soon as some zombies show up.
As soon as something happens.
At least the turtle's keeping us company.
Yeah.
Ooh,
The zombies are here.
the zombies are here.
Look how dapper.
Very dapper zombies.
Look how dapper they are. Look at them flexing. Oh, goodness.
I love their crowns. All right, I should level sync and join them.
Yes.
All right, punches. Get out of here, zombies. Be gone, villain. Oh, hi, turtle. What's up?
Your incessant flexing has come to an end.
Get out of here, zombies.
We can't suffer you to unlive.
A band of zombies has been exhibiting uncharacteristically civilized behavior of late, which has greatly unnerved the people of Thanolin. Dispatch the dapper undead for the benefit of the living.
They're annoying us and making us feel a little bit uncomfortable. Go kill them.
It's like, hey, this is weird, right? This is weird.
Yeah.
Can we like hire somebody to take care of this? I'm really tired of seeing it.
I like that the concern is not the fact that the dead have risen, but the fact that they're acting strange.
We're all a little weirded out by this.
Yeah. Aren't you supposed to be, like, hungering for flesh or something? No, you're just gonna pose there? All right.
Amalja, can you not see we're in the middle of something?
The Amalja are like, oh, these dapper zombies.
No, we've come to appreciate them. Leave them be.
I also love the music going on. I don't know which Final Fantasy it's from, but I like this one.
Yeah, what would this one be? I want to say it's like a sort of swing rendition of Final Fantasy II, but I can't remember for sure which battle theme.
And dispatched.
There we go. We've done it. And now we must show the curious parchment we got to Nashu, who is, I'm assuming, back where we left her.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do that.
Still in the Lich Yard.
There we are. Nashu, we've done it. Sorry for the wait. Not our fault. Did you find the zombies? You did? That's wonderful. I've been busy too. The head zombie will rue the day he meets me, you'll see. So, tell me, what did you learn? Well, writ upon this map of the Sagoli Desert in a flamboyant, flowing hand are the words, "A gentleman is rather than does." Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends. That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Sagoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south, and look, there's something written here. A gentleman is rather than does. I didn't have to read that out loud before. That sort of reminds me of... well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Onward, to the Sagoli. Okay.
To the Sagoli!
We were just there, to the Sagoli.
Oh, is your chocobo pink?
It's pink. Yeah.
I love that.
It felt right.
Adorable.
Quayfriend. Yeah, what's your preferred mount, just in the day-to-day?
I also like the chocobo. It's pretty vanilla, but it's just classic Final Fantasy, you know?
Yeah, right?
It's nothing much like it.
All right, we're here. We found you. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I say we call out to them and let them know we come in peace, and when the leader shows himself, we strike. Let's see, I'll go whether the wild rose blooms, which I don't think means anything to them. A gentleman is rather than does, or show yourselves, foul fiends. I feel like the middle one's gonna work best. Here we go. Who summons the gentle dead men?
They live, and we hunger. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. There he is.
Incredible.
Spare this fine gentleman and fair lady your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more.
Up in the sky, look! It's a bird. No, it's an airship. No, it's the inspector. We hear and we obey.
Oh.
It is you. It really is you. I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildibrand.
Hildibrand? Who is this Hildibrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombiebrand, devourer of brains, undead overlord extraordinaire.
What are you saying? You're not an undead overlord. You're a gentleman inspector.
Inspector Overlord. Inspector Overlord.
Oh, Inspector, you're just confused is all. Don't worry, I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours.
Stay your hand, milady. You know not what you do. Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of the blast is more likely to liquefy my...
If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying.
See, even you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... death. Hey.
Oh dear.
He's fine.
It's all right.
If Dalamud couldn't stop him, what's a few bombs?
That is a fine point.
Normally I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you had found a more elegant solution.
He remembers me? Inspector Hildibrand remembers me?
Yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here.
Oh, hold on. I can do that for you.
Ah, what a wonderful dream! I slew a dragon and... What is this place? And for that matter, who am I? There, it's all right. First time. Just waiting for them to break into song. Start singing Remains of the Day from Corpse Bride.
They're sort of supportive and welcoming.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough being a zombie for the first time.
Yeah, they really get a bad rap.
I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have awoken at last.
I always knew you'd come back to us.
Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine gentleman be? Could he perhaps be one of my many admirers? Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm? This ringing in my ears? This dizziness? Could it be a case?
I think it just might be. We've begun, everyone.
His sixth sense. He can practically taste it.
This is a very good voice, by the way.
Thank you.
This is how I'll hear him from now on. A mild concussion will not sway Inspector Hildibrand from his true calling.
Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha! The Segoli Desert! I'd bet my life on it. Which means Ul'dah is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigator's sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizen. Inspector Hildibrand shall soon deliver you from evil. And there he goes.
And off he goes. Wonderful. Well, let's catch up to him.
All right.
And we return to Ul'dah. We must question the residents.
Have you seen a Highlander man come by?
Beg your pardon. You wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running about with the town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter for the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts. Fair enough.
Hey, it's a new fashion statement. I call it...
hang on. Give me a second.
What's a famous fashion line?
Famous fashion line. You've asked the wrong Lalafell.
Okay.
Other people dress me.
Yeah, good. All right. Nailed that joke.
Woo!
Amazing. What? You're looking for a half-naked Highlander what likes to catch criminals? I think I'd remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find the inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about that goddamn duelist. Me mate's pa's cousin's kid's best friend's lost his blade the other day to that bastard.
Seems unrelated, but I'll keep an eye out. Person number 3, I hope you're more useful. Sorry, lad, but if it's information you want, you'd be served best by going to Wymond. The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist, or so I hear, but when you don't allow your weapons to refuse, well...
that's 2 on the duelist stealing weapons.
Yeah, apparently there's a more interesting mystery going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay, we've just got started. Wymond, we're back.
We fixed the issue?
Sort of.
I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So, do tell. Just why were they dressed up like dandies? Wymond! Hey, Wymond! Thal almighty, bugger me with a bleeding spear. The dead have risen and they're walking the streets of Ul'dah. No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated.
It's true. He's not a zombie. I checked.
Aye, you do seem to be hale and healthy, which begs the question, how in the 7 hells did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable! I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wymond is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance.
Yeah, really dropping the ball, Wymond.
Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden what said her most... The knave assaulted a young woman as well? The audacity! I shall fly to her side and... Why, if it isn't the gentleman from the Segoli?
Hello.
A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you too seek the belligerent duelist. Capital! It will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away!
And they're off.
Damn it, Hildy, I ain't told you the lass's name yet.
Oh, they'll be fine. The mystery's begun. Well then, Wymond, I guess we just keep going with you here. Wymond believes it would be best if you assisted Inspector Hildibrand with his investigation.
Well, Durmin, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. It's safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weavers Guild most day. Good luck with the inspecting, Inspector.
Thank you. Finally, someone's actually calling me a detective around here.
As they should.
I've been doing it for free for so long. All right, to the Weavers Guild. And we arrive. Ah, you must be Yellow Moon. My beloved pure heart was unlike any wand you've ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you?
A priceless possession callously ripped from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrows to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause?
Well, what in the world?
I swear to you here and now, I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for your pure heart.
What he said.
And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft?
Thefts, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day. After I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Colosseum, I realized it was gone.
So the time and location of the thefts are unknown, essential details without which we cannot solve the case. But there is but one logical course of action, Miss Moon. To coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact that fateful day's excursions to Sunsilk Tapestries.
Now this is detective work.
Absolutely.
It's nice seeing how a professional does it. I could learn a thing or two.
You know, so that was a Hellsguard Rogadin, and Hellsguard have specific naming conventions that they usually have, like, I don't know, a color or adjective and something following it, like a noun. So apparently Careless Whisper is a canon Rogadin name.
Ooh. I like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's I really love the naming conventions in this game, that they've thought all of that out so robustly.
Yeah.
It's great.
Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question?
Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist. I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse, in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled.
If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Colosseum and see what you remember.
Not you. Dozing. I love it.
Yeah. She's trying her best.
Yep. They do a lot of running. It's tiring.
Mm-hmm.
And now we also have to do a lot of running. To the Colosseum, I think. It's this way.
But yeah, naming conventions, especially I think for Makote, are like, you can tell a lot from their family just from their naming convention.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that as well. Like, and I don't know well enough to explain it, but like the Tia in Garahatia is not just, like, that's not even necessarily a family name. That's more like sort of like a family, like, rank, right?
Yes. It means he is one of the many other Tias in his family, and he's part of the G tribe, Garaha.
Yeah, so like Raha is sort of like his just sort of given name, part of the G tribe, so the Garaha, and Tia is just sort of his rank within that family. So and not all Makote follow that naming convention. Like there's another subset of Makote who have a completely different set of rules. And so like, and they're pretty consistent with that across the whole game. So you really can know a lot about a character just from their name alone, which is very cool.
Yeah. Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember.
Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse, in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 6 ponzas, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious.
120 ponzas? Miss Moon, you are a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it is so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it is more than that. He hated you with a passion.
There sure are a lot of giant crates in Old Ah. At the Weavers Guild, at Sunsilk Tapestries, and here too.
Yeah, look at these. They're just hanging around.
Nashi, what are you on to here? These crates are everywhere, Durmin. I wonder what's inside. But I don't see how we can open... of course, I still have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun. This seems reckless, but y'all are the professionals. I'm in.
Nashu's delight.
Nashu's delight. Many cope with grief by taking up new pursuits, such as... It went away, but... I'm gonna have to stop and read those from now on. That was cute. Hello? Guys?
Oh gods, have mercy!
What have we got going here?
At the heart of every crime rests a single, unassailable truth, reaching only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as a shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and man. Resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness, he carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the pure heart.
Inspector, we found the pure heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it.
It's not what you think. We're not thieves. We're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm. And should she misplace an item from time to time, we'd collect it. For safekeeping. Nothing untoward.
You deviants were behind all the thefts. All this time you've been stalking me. What nerve?
Such unbridled fury. Such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Only in Ulda. Goddess? Devotees? But of course! That I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidating just a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts, as...
Those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter for the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildibrand, gentleman investigator and agent of inquiry, I presume? You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist's victims? I'll introduce you, with pleasure.
You would be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship.
Yes, very good. The name of the man is... Huh? Where the bloody hells do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet.
He just knows.
He doesn't need it. You're wasting valuable seconds.
He can sniff evil like a stanky scent.
Exactly like that. Right, hold on. Ellie, we didn't talk to you first. Having no other... Great quest title. Having no other recourse, Ellie would instead tell you the identity of the victim. I suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. I wonder what'll happen when he discovers that the victim's a perpetrator as well. Ooh, a twist. Let's get ourselves over there. There we go. We have arrived. Humphrey, you are looking... sad? I can't tell how you're looking. Humphrey, how are you feeling? Hi, I'm Humphrey. And you are?
At last! I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I am told you are a victim of the marauding duelist.
Me? A victim? How amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, but where he thought to find a whelp, he found a warrior of light instead. Aye, I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself. You mean you won? That's amazing. Well, I was nothing compared to what I faced at Cartano. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us, stuck in the middle with Master Lou, we were. Corey was a dab hand with old magic he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can... That man is no warrior of light. Tell him, Eleazar. Tell him how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own.
Liar! Scoundrel! I trusted that bastard with me father's blade. Bid him take it to the smithy for a restoration. Even gave him gil to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back sniveling and begging forgiveness for losing it in a duel, as if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding whoreson. Look at me. Me flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak. I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. Oh, me locks.
Anyway. All right. He beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the gil to pay the chirurgeon. I have no idea where here the sword is. Well, what am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have. Unless you help me to find the sword. That's what you do, right? You help people? Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help you with the problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector?
And what of Eleazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he has wronged? Aw, what a hero.
What a hero.
We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar.
Perfect. We're on the job. And also, like, right here.
Yeah. How altruistic of our man Hildibrand.
Is the hero this world deserves, and I'm glad the world actually has him back now.
Mm-hmm.
In hero, non-zombie overlord form. Antique swords. Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. That traveling merchant Joe Jumpa is the one you ought to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. All right, noted. Lulolo?
That boy should be ashamed of himself, robbing poor Eleazar of a priceless family heirloom. This goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be the warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, a lot of them. It may not be the most honorable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Eleazar a counterfeit blade. If the deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong?
It's not a terrible suggestion. Eleazar's sword. It wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. Jojonpa, can you help us with the sword?
It all depends if the old man has a good eye for antiques.
We're counting on you. Great mustache, by the way.
I don't know. Think about the last prominent Lalafell with a mustache that we ran into.
That's true.
I'm afraid I've no knowledge of an ancient sword, at least not one that I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, any wares I determine to be of dubious origin I immediately discard in the springs east of Camp Drybone. Although I've no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe.
This presents a quandary. Though I'm loath to deceive an honorable man like Eleazar, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue to search for the genuine article.
Well, if there's a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone.
Tusk! You should endeavor to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie. Like me. I say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost.
Hildibrand lesson number 1. Never give up.
Never give up. Optimism always. And help literally anyone.
Anyone.
I'm learning so much.
My in-character lore is that Victor genuinely believes everything Hildibrand says, with no irony.
I like that. It feels like it's working for Nashu. It's a good quality in an assistant.
For sure.
It occurs to me that I am not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water. Not without first coating it with a liberal application of salamander oil, that is. Indeed, on many an occasion my dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body.
That makes sense. Let's see. I have some salamander oil, a thick, sticky oil collected from the underbelly of a river-dwelling salamander. Perfect. All right, well, here you go. Have some oil.
Ah, this comforting scent as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil into my aching flesh.
You got it, boss.
There we go. Touch.
There we are. Yep.
The pain multiplies manifold. Gently now, gently.
Right, sorry. Hang on, I'll try again. Just a second. Easy does it. Is this better?
Oh gods, yes, at last! My muscles slacken and soften. The warmth spreads and the pain becomes pleasure.
Good. We'll keep going.
Pat.
You're looking better.
Right there, yes! Keep doing that. Just like that, yes! Now, once more with feeling.
Okay. All right.
Take it extra long. Gotta get in the nooks and crannies.
Oh yeah, just gotta make absolute sure before swimming. In water that I couldn't drown in.
Ah! Never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the springs. You as well, my good man.
What about us? We don't get in? All right.
Okay. Well, it's only up to my waist, so probably okay.
Selfish massager Hildibrand is.
A muddy pebble.
Pebble.
Mine now.
I like how long it takes to pick up this pebble as well.
I do too. I hadn't even thought about it, but yes, they made this a very long interaction. All right. Well, I have a pebble now. What were we looking for? Right. Sword.
Clues.
The pebble took up longer to pick up than the holy pot. I hadn't even caught that. That's great.
Oh, yeah. There's plenty of small things like that in this quest line.
It's probably worth mentioning also that, these quests, from the sound of things, from what I've heard, are what... Oh, hey, a fate we don't need. Are, something that the kind of the devs and their animation team used to sort of kind of test out various new systems and explore. They've done a lot more pushing not just pushing character animations more in later expansions, but also just developing their systems for having characters animate in story scenes, even when they're not doing big, exaggerated, goofy things.
Yes.
And these quest lines are kind of where they sort of test out and prove the just give these things a test run.
Yep, absolutely. It's kind of like their stress test for their animations.
Yep.
Very much so. And I find that very cool.
Oh yeah, it's a great idea.
You've been productive? Excellent. May I see what you found?
Well, I've got... This is not the sword you're looking for. A completely useless and unremarkable rock. Now, come now, what were you expecting? A rock that keeps curls away. Fair enough. Well, at least you didn't pick up a rock at random like some people.
I love all these descriptions.
I do too.
No sign of the sword Jompa mentioned, I see.
Ah! Now I'm all wet. What was that anyway? Did something cause you to...
Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of...
Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Ul'dah and fetch you some new ones.
How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Eleazar as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find.
A great plan. And she's off.
Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Eleazar's woes will be no more.
You've done it again, boss. I assume. I'm here for the first time, but I assume you have a history of doing it.
A fun little fact, there's apparently a side quest line involving kind of doing a quest for a peddler that sells counterfeit hair tonic. Hopefully Nashu doesn't buy from that one.
Have they like directly tied it into this one? Is that referencing this?
I think this is referencing that, yes.
Delightful. We're not really seeing it in this MSQ focused playthrough, but I do enjoy how much side quests sort of tie together and reference little bits and bobs if you're paying attention to them.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Where is this one? Are they inside?
And doodly doo.
I think they might be inside. Oh, there you are.
As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade.
Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. God's bless you, sir.
I never expected you'd go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days.
'Tis common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul and understands that none deserve to be forsaken.
How inspiring.
Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I've brought your change of clothing. I also brought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane.
Excellent work, Nashu. If you would just bring me that case.
And not trip over for once.
Inspector Hildibrand?
There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering?
No, it's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. It's a pretty far-pushed expression for their system, especially, like, prior to Heavensward and everything.
Oh, absolutely.
A challenge for me! Ho, at last the curtain rises. Very well. If I'm to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion. Right here and now in front of you all.
Oh, it's working!
Yes. Glorious.
I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge.
He's incredible. So bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light. He is exceptionally something. Core Inspector Hildibrand, you look amazing. Hey,
His locks!
it works. Ooh,
Hildibrand.
mystery.
This is far from the strongest of swords. Blue skies and the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend?
And there we are.
And one of my favorite things about these quests.
There's much to look forward to, everyone.
Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. You shall not claim the blade. With my, let us call what it is, genius, I shall bring you to justice. Wait, you wish to duel with weapons, not wits? This bridge hardly seems appropriate for such an epic battle.
Hildibrand will return in the Three Collectors.
Yep, they get an anime outro.
Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of remind me of... Nope, it's gone. Never mind.
Wonderful.
That's very good. We've completed an episode of Hildibrand's adventures, but there are several left to do, and we will be doing the next one next time. So thank you all very much for watching, and Joe and I will see you next time for the next one. Do take care until then, and goodbye!